Paul helped me prepare to meet a girl from around the block. I had never talked to a girl before, but Paul loaned me his best shirt and coached me on what to say. At that time in my life, I was barely looking at myself in the mirror, let alone having the confidence to talk to a girl. After combing my hair, hearing more coaching, and having no more excuses, I let Paul kick me out of his house and I strolled down Dunsmore. As I turned the corner, I felt like a normal person. I lived in a perfect neighborhood. My foster parents let me do as I wished. I didn't have to work, and most important, my life was centered around the best friends in the entire world. Minutes later, I rapped on the front door and waited. My hands shook and I felt lightheaded as sweat seemed to escape from every pore of my body. I was actually excited to be a little frightened. This was a good scare. I began to rub my hands when the door opened. I thought my mouth would fall to the floor. I felt tingly all over as I stared into the face of the prettiest girl I have ever seen. Without the girl knowing, I regained my composure as she began to talk. The more she spoke, the better I felt about myself. I couldn't believe how easy it was to make the girl laugh. I was enjoying myself, right up until the moment when the girl's mother pushed her aside. It took a moment for my eyes to adjust. When they did, I looked up at the woman who looked more like the lady from the Brady Bunch than someone's mother. The woman quickly jabbed a finger in front of my face. You're that little F child, aren't you? She sneered with a tight smirk on her face. I was too stunned to speak. Have you no respect for your elders? Answer me, boy! Ma'am, I said, shaking my head. Listen to me, the woman raved. I know all about you and those motorcycles, making all that reverberating noise and willful destruction of private property. How did the association ever approve of your kind of people residing in our neighborhood? I know all about your kind. You're a filthy little hooligan. Just look at your attire. You reek of street trash. I don't know what you children do to become foster children, she said, covering her mouth as she had just spoken a swear word, but I'm sure you did something hideous. Didn't you? The woman's face turned so red that I thought she was going to explode. Don't you dare approach my household or converse with my children. Ever! I stood mesmerized by the woman's perfectly manicured red fingernails on my face. And just a piece of advice, the woman went on. Don't waste your time trying. You don't have what it takes to make it. I know, believe me, I'm actually doing you a favor. She smiled as she tossed her hair to the other side of her face. You'll see. I'm a very open-minded person who knows a thing or two. So the sooner you learn that you're only an F child, the better off you'll be. So stick with your own kind. Before I could respond, the front door slammed shut with such a fury that I felt a rush of air hit my face. I stood by the door dumbstruck. I didn't know what to do. I felt as if I were an inch tall. I gazed at the sleeves of Paul's red and black flannel shirt. They were a little short, but I thought the shirt looked nice. I ran my hand through my oily hair. I guess I can use a bath, I muttered to myself. I knew that on the outside, I was a walking geek, but on the inside, I felt better about myself than ever before. I tried so hard to do things that normal kids took for granted. I just wanted to fit in. I wanted to be a normal kid.